Okay, from page 64. With what sort of thought and behavior you should explain the teaching. So that part you finish. But here, actually, that if we make like a brief talking 4 things here. So you cursed, or do not teach until they curse to you. Things, generally, yes, that's the thing, right? Generally, without recurse, do not talk, do not teach, or receive teaching without recurse. You have to recurse to teacher, or disciple should recurse to you too before you teach. Not that I'm going to teach to you, right? So that generally, yes. That's one thing. And the second thing is, okay, investigate, right? Investigate between like a teacher and disciple. There's also actually need to investigate between teacher and we need to know who is teacher, how much qualified, or from teacher side we need to know the disciple how much they have capacity. These things to investigate both. So making before relationship is also generally. The physics not necessary because this thing one generally, and also talk here, investigate, and then so don't teach the disciple what the continue is not perfect. What is mean like the disciples' behavior thoughts are not perfect. So again, in general. There are 3 things, right? Request, invest, your relationship, request actually. Before you request, you have to investigate relationship between like the who is teacher, how much qualified from teacher's side, also title, right? Investigate, and then you request it. And if someone requests to you to teach, you see the disciple are perfect continuer or not. If it is perfect continuer, then you should teach. If it's not the perfect continuer, then you hold it, think it back again, right? And time when a disciple requests, so 3 times teacher saying 3 times said no, right? Oh, I'm not that qualified. I cannot teach this. And then time request. Say things. I can help you. Right? Educate it. Right? Buddhist way to do it. We're not showing everything what we know, right? So I'm not educated. So I don't know how much I can help you. And some request, we accept it. Some we do this, not always, That means, of course, make them more interesting, right? So you just, you saying no, feeling more interesting, Let them get more interesting, and then teach as perfect time to teach. So that's one reason why we need to request it to teach, right? So because the Dharma is rare, and you have to be interesting and enthusiastic. Therefore, we have to request, and from teacher side, rejecting 1 or 3 times, So that's how we should do. General, right? But specific, the Buddha teach to 5 disciples without requested. They did request it, but the Buddha knows so who they are, right? There's some specific way we can teach even if they are not requested. So I need to really qualify to see this is the perfect continuer or not, right? That's one specific. And also without investigating it, so we can do something. Therefore, in Buddha lifetime, he teach without investigate who disciple is. They teach. But Buddha side is different. He knows everything, right? He don't need to investigate. He knows immediately. But there he shows us if there's some emergency, something like important, we learn teaching. We look at all these lineage things. Then we have to consider it. You don't want to someone request it. Right? So that's one thing. Then we can do it. And the third one is the devil side, how their behavior is there, how their thought is there, right? In general, we say it's not the perfect continuum. So talking today, it's regard to your behavior. Actually, it says regard to your behavior. So therefore, I'm not explaining line one by one the behavior, right? This one is we finished. With regarding your behavior, make yourself clean. This is we done. This we done. And then on page 65, the Lotus Sutra said, how should your behavior when you're listening Dharma, right? So, okay, Ginny, you read me this Lotus Sutra.
Lotus Sutra says, the learned always give without jealousy, sweet-sounding teachings with manifold meanings, heavily cast aside laziness as well. They are dispirited to repeat teachings again and again. The learned give up all that is repugnant, cultivate the power of love toward those around them. They cultivate the supreme teachings. Using million examples, the learned bring joy and delight to those listening to their teachings. They never have the slightest desire for worldly gain, not the sustenance, hard or soft foods or drink, of clothing or bed or religious robes, or even of medicine to cure an illness. They ask nothing at all from those listening to their teachings. Rather, they always think, may I myself and all living beings achieve Buddhahood. And whatever I impart in order to help the world is a completely favorable condition for my happiness.
Okay, so I'm not going to explain this is line by line. Most of it are understandable, and then but we need to explain the reason why we do not teach people who behave like this, right? So some understand laziness. That's I do not teach laziness, wasting time, right? So some reason we understand, some reason we don't. But I will escape the explanation because I do. I try to read the Vinaya. This text comes. The main ideas comes from Vinaya. There are 26 fold listening to Dharma and then behavior. 26 fold for listening to Dharma. They have 26 things. So, but each reason. But some we don't understand, some we understand. So, but I couldn't read that within a rule. I have to go back and read it, then explain more, right? So I cannot explain right now what the reason which you don't know. So, okay, this is things, and then move to next one. Between those to whom you should and shouldn't. Oh. That's right. Okay, I think we've done this one. Yeah.
We're on 66.
Yeah, we are on 66. Yeah, here. Further, Janine, please. Further.
Yes. Further, Guna Prabha's Sutra on the Discipline says, while standing, do not explain the teachings to one who is seated. While do not explain the teachings to one who is lying down. While you're seated on a low seat, do not explain the teachings to someone on a high seat. It is the same also with regard to bad and good seats. Do not explain them to someone walking in front of you. In front, you walk behind. Do not explain them to someone walking on the path while you walk on the edge. Do not explain them to someone whose head is covered, or whose upper or lower robe is pulled up, whose upper robe is folded and placed on the shoulder, or arms are crossed in front with the hands on the shoulders, or whose hands are clasped behind the neck. Explain them to someone with a top knot, wearing a hat, wearing a tiara, or whose head is wrapped in cloth. Do not explain the teachings to someone riding an elephant or a horse, someone sitting in a sedan chair or a carriage, or one wearing shoes or boots. Do not explain them to someone holding a staff, an umbrella, a spear, a sword, or any arms, or to someone wearing armor.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm explaining. So the 26th, the fourth behavior for listening Dharma. They count 26 things here. So, see English? So, okay. Thing here, each reason, right? And then it talks in generally. Yeah, in generally, do not explain the teaching who's lying down. The illness people, you can teach, even they're lying down. So it has they are generally and specific, okay? Individual and generally both. So it always need to be like this. Do not force illness people to work up, So therefore, the 26 here, each has in generally, yes, do not teach that behaviors, but individually you can teach with the same, even the same behaviors, right? They teach to Angulimala when he standing up. He did not sit down, right? He ended up to teach to Angulimala. That's also possible to do it. Make distinction between like in generally and individual. This is all talking in generally. Yes, we should have that kind of behavior. If not, then do not teach. Then we might have a lot of questions. Why do not teach? I'm saying I do not get time to read the text book each reason. But I can say like we're sitting like this. Hand, what's the hand? Something. It's covered or who? No. So, yeah, head is who is covered, right? Who wears the hat? So it's do not teach who wears the hat. Why? So that's we have them respect to Dharma. That's one reason, right? We have to make whoever listening teaching, we make them respect to Dharma. How much we respect to Dharma, that much we accumulate then understand Dharma. Many different ways to let them understand Dharma, right? Not only teaching, not only explain. Like say, action is explain way, it's not work. They will understand roughly, but not get insight. So get insight, so explain well, and then let them have some kind of good manner, which can accumulate manner. Let them respect to Dharma. Let them do another practice. Let them do purification practice. So this all like a part of that thing. They're like a part of that. Let them understand topics, right? Whatever subject. So that's the reason. So we had it's not respect Dharma. But like say when he's on his teacher, there are people comes, right? Then million people comes. Then sometimes they do not have enough hall, then they sit down outside, sunshine or with the hard time, right? So he's always allow them to use umbrella. So otherwise sick, you will get illness. And then listening Dharma. So it's possible something like that. But we have to know what reason here. I cannot explain the individual reason. Internally, yes, this all we asking them to respect the Dharma. Sort of things. They're not respecting to listen Dharma, right? Even so, your mind is okay, your motivation is okay, clear, nothing to do with. But from body side, there's some kind of unexpected. So we have to let them know to respect correctly, right? Both body and mind. So, okay, that's the things. And then, do you have on that? And I don't have each reason,
I have a question, Geshe. Maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure right now, but there's one that says doing them to walking on the path while you walk on the edge. Does that mean exactly by walking on the edge? Does that mean that it explain the teachings to someone who really comes to heart and tries to follow closely? If I'm trying to apply the teachings, is that what that means?
I think the same reason, which is do not who is walking in front of you and then who's in the path. It's like you on the edge, and then whoever listening Dharma, they're walking the path, right? So, and then that's a way. Whoever listening, teaching, put in high throne, you sitting in the ground. So, is this respect to Dharma? Right? Ground, and listening, who the disciples sit down in the cushion or high throne.
Right.
Because there's not respect to Dharma. So the people on the path go on the edge, side of path. So that's not respect to Dharma.
But is that saying, say, walking on the edge or being on the side of the path? Is that
side of the path? Yeah.
What does it mean exactly? Does that mean that I'm not really following? Even maybe I have more knowledge than the other person, but I'm not applying? Is what that means? We are sorry.
Does it mean an actual like sidewalk path, like walking, like walking?
It's a lam and lam. Lam means the pathwalk is here, and then you are not really on the pathwalk, like a side. The one that's dam. Like this you're here. You're close on the path, not on the path, just side. That's the thing.
Sean, I think he means not the path to enlightenment, but an actual path outside that you're walking.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This is not enlightenment. Okay, this is actual path.
Oh, that's what I was asking, yes.
72, 52, 89, path.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's the path, not the enlightenment. Yeah. Right? Okay.
So, Geshe, you mentioned like when His Holiness is teaching, he allows umbrellas. Although I know sometimes there's, tall, very high above him, same situation.
Situation. No choice, right?
Okay, all right. Good.
Happening when we tell like which theater in New York, Beacon Theater. Yeah, Beacon Theater. Some are really high than His Holiness. I'm seeing that. But yeah, this is kind of like that from my side. allowed it, and then they have no choice, no option, because teaching is the more important, right? So yeah, actually, today, what are thinking, right? Earlier, master, I think. Earlier, yes, master, not really easy to teach. Disciple will be pushed a little bit for them, and they know that the disciple, they will be more interesting if not teach. It will just reject to teach, you know. So today, if I'm rejected to teach, they will not come back, right? So this has changed generation. But what do you think, right? Earlier, okay, the time teaching is very rare. Tantric teaching is very open. So we are thinking. So okay, we don't have a hope that they can study, they can practice, they can enlighten in this lifetime. We don't have a hope. At least let them put seed. That's the thought, master. Early master has a hope. Okay, they can do practice, they will enlighten in one lifetime, or they will enlighten as soon. They will practice definitely. The master has a lot of hope. They, make them more, getting enthusiastic. That is more faster, and everything is going faster, practice and everything, right? So today, yeah, lot of teaching is open, like say Kala Chakra, teach like a million people, and then this time trainings, Bodhicitta are open, right? So that thing, at least let them get seat. I will not do practice. I will not enlighten this lifetime. In mistake, right? Not there will be possible. It's still today it's possible that someone can enlighten. But the majority, I know that generation time, the things are not practice, do not have a hope that they will achieve enlightenment lifetime, But at least have some kind of seed to visualize better. Most of teaching getting more open and open, right? So therefore, his soul is even not requested. He teach it. Even people lying down and like whatever the behavior, he don't care, right? So and then it's most of master only not his soul is. So master not really don't care. But in our monastery, being more serious. Only one hope we can keep our tradition, which is the good things we can keep continuously. In monastery, if we do like open like this, not go serious, then we'll never everything. So therefore, knowing these all things, you should try to follow more seriously. From master side, they think, okay, we put more seed. So then hoping them achieve enlightenment. But from our side, we need to try best, go serious as much as can. Right? Behavior we talked here. When you leave Dharma teaching, just take off hat, and then it said that you have to cross leg, right? Sit down in chair, right? No problem. So, but they follow these things. But illness, that you have a permission to lie down. If you have a headache, you have a permission to wear a hat. Better wear a hat. Follow exactly what mentioning here. Right? From our, we need to try go more serious. How? Okay. Sit for me.
I'm unmuting myself here. Session should be concluded. Is that where you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. Our session should be concluded in relation to both hearing and explaining the teaching. With strong aspiration, dedicate the virtues that you have arisen from explaining and hearing the teaching to to temporary and final objectives. If you explain and listen to the teaching in such a manner, then you will unquestionably receive the aforesaid benefits even from a single session. Clear away all the karmic obstructions that have accumulated through not taking to heart the instructions on hearing and explaining the teaching, and that results from not respecting the teaching and the teacher and so forth. Third, you stop new accumulation of these obstructions. Also, insofar as you have taken to heart this way of explaining and listening to the teaching, the instructions that are explained will benefit your mind. In general, after all the former excellent beings realized this, they practiced earnestly. In particular, the former gurus in the lineage of these instructions made very earnest and great effort in this activity.
Okay, thank you. So, the question in relation to both hearing and explaining teaching, actually talking about things. First, dedicated intention, and then after that, fit, right? And after that, also talking that how much the master are emphasizing on the things. And fourth one is if we're not careful, my saying like a helpful deity that becomes a demon. So that becomes poison at same, right? So therefore, talking. That's after both sides. After knowing this all, when we're listening Dharma, what should have motivation, what should have a thought. When we teach Dharma, what should have a thought, what should have a behavior. Knowing all these things, what we should do conclude together. So then after teaching, dedicate. That's one. Fourth talking here, right? Dedication. They talk benefit, and after talking how much are giving advice to us, and then forward talking. If you're not carefully, the Dharma will turn into the poison. The fourth here, okay. So first, it's dedicating. Therefore, if you explain and then listen to the teaching in a manner, then you will be okay. Sorry. The strong aspiration, dedicate. The virtue that have arisen from explaining and hearing the teaching to your temporary and final objective. So that's what we do, right? We do. And any time when we end the teaching, we dedicate it, right? So that's an important part here saying. Actually, the truth is very important. Beginning and the end. In the beginning, motivation. What in the end, dedication. This is very important. We need every teaching, every Dharma activities, any practice, Dharma practice. Beginning, before you listening, teaching, before you practice, before you meditate, set motivation perfectly. And in the middle, listening, teaching, meditating, practice, reading, whatever, right? At the end, dedicated. These two important, right? Therefore, here Lama Tsongkhapa in Lamrim, he's saying start from dedicate, which is the ending of teaching. So dedicate for what? That we need to know also, right? Whether you're initiation, giving initiation, teaching others, receiving teaching, whatever Dharma activities, never ever dedicate that free from suffering, let suffering, from some kind of my illness. My business is success. All wrong motivation or wrong dedication, right? So the more skillful, smart way to dedicate like a set of motivated is I'm doing this for the sake of all beings. Everything is there. So it's full, liberated from illness, yourself, or suffering. It is there. It's become more wider and open. So therefore, always the truth is important to dedicate, right? Dedicate for life, your master, and then Buddha and Bodhisattva, right? Things, and then get for remove the Dharma as much as longer, right? As a sentient being remain, I remain, something like that, right? So dedicate for to the Buddha Dharma remain until samsara end. And then the principle is we have to dedicate for achieve Buddhahood, to achieve Buddhahood for sake of all beings. That is the principle dedicate. These three is should be dedicated to three. Within these three, the main one is dedicated for achieving Buddhahood. Important, right? So, and then you can add more on that. So prayer, meditation, teaching and listening Dharma, right? Dedicated to these three. Lord, Bodhisattva and Master, Dharma, teaching end of samsara, and then achieve Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. That's important. Okay, and next is talking benefit. Following that correct vision and the end, dedication, everything do properly. It will teach properly. You're listening Dharma properly. You have benefit. So the benefit, you will clear away all the karmic obscuration that have accumulated to not take heard the instant on hearing and explaining the result from not repeating, not repeating. Result from not respecting that and the teacher and so forth. Then again, benefit saying here. First, you stop new accumulation of those creation. Also, insofar as you have taken to heard this way of explaining and listening to the teaching, things that are explained well benefit you. Benefit your mind. What does it mean? Your mind means like transform your thought to your mind, or give some good quality. It's a higher realization. Saying benefit, right? Your mind is not only saying that you will have a good knowledge, right? The benefit we talks here, then continuing in general, after more excellent being realize this, the practice earnestly, in particular, the former gurus in this lineage of this instruction made very earnest, right? And great in these activities. So, okay, say what is in Tibetan, Tambangama Tamje, Telan in this in Kebo. So, the means here, same talking about how much important to salvation before you do any Dharma activities. Dedicate. The master keep emphasizing on that. In earlier India, Buddha time, there are different type of master. One we call Neten, one we call Kempo, which is abbot, one we call Suchirpa, which is side teaching, tutor, mentor. The Neten, what they're doing is, before the abbot teach, they talk about the setup motivations. And then the abbot start to teaching. That's how. And then today, when teaching from his only Dalai Lama, serious, because the way time limited, right? His time limited, and he do some kind of things before teaching anything. You know, he's today called instruction, J instruction from Buddhism, part of setting up motivation, right? So earlier, you can read the, like I said, Pabonga Lamrim. Look at the Pabonga Lamrim before you start actual subject. How it takes time for explaining motivation. Each session, you know, the motivation, get some kind of code from sutra, tantra, or different teaching, and then explaining this code for self motivation. And session, or how say? Second session? Second session? No, like different morning teachings.
Second
Session, okay. So second session again, explaining setup motivation. If we have 1 hour to teach, some they take half hour for explaining setup motivation. 15 minutes. That's important, right? If your setup your motivation is perfect before receive teaching or before you teach, that goes very well. Also training to Dharma. Every hour, it's being Dharma activity. It's meaningful. That's right. So therefore, must doing that. And if I'm really busy, at least at the beginning they say, okay, we have to achieve Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. Therefore, we need to do practice. So therefore, what should you practice? Therefore, today we learning Dharma. Today's topic is Lamrim. That's we study. That's really saying that things. So I started last Tuesday. I say today, but I forget it. So, but you know, I'm going to repeat this every teaching. This line, very important, right? So, this generation people might say, "Oh, one of the topic, he explains something else." You know, how we can going to complete that book? That you don't know why they're explaining that motivation so long, you know, very important. That master really emphasizing on that. That's the saying here. Then Sigrid continues the next line.
This is a great instruction. Do not transform your mind without being certain about this. Without certainty, no matter how extensively you explain the profound teachings, these very teachings often serve to assist your afflictions, like a helpful deity that becomes demon. Consequently, it is said, if you stake the date from the first day of the lunar month, error lasts until the 15th day. Those with intelligence should work at this way of successfully hearing and explaining the teachings, and should have at least a portion of these qualifications every time that they explain or listen to the teachings. This is the most important prerequisite for teaching these instructions.
Okay. Yeah, that we'll read later. So sorry. See here, let me talk on that. Like a helpful deity that become a demon. What I mean is the training on poison. Saying. So this is important part. We should know how we Dharma training in the poison. Part of Dharma, eating our pride, jealousy, and then ignoring many people saying I'm a scholar, knowing the people, all actually dominating into the poisons. Because supported to in pride and jealousy, which is right. Antidote for pride and jealousy and so forth. But what we are, the Dharma, increasing or support to have a pride and jealousy and so forth. How come that's very dangerous? How come? How in this? Especially debate, who are called like a great debater. I'm not saying there are a lot of practitioners there, right? So many, the great debaters has a lot of pride. How come? Or jealousy. When they have a pride, of course they have a jealousy. Because I'm the best, right? When they have pride saying I'm the best, and they see someone better than them, of course they will have a jealousy. It's automatic. When that's right. So this all we study Dharma, we talk Dharma, right? Debating on Dharma for all for increased pride and jealousy. So what then? Right? Therefore, saying self-motivation at the beginning, you go to debate ground. At the beginning, you receive teaching. At the beginning, you teach to someone. Giving initiation or receiving initiation, whatever Dharma activities, very important to, to set up missions. Review on that. What Dharma means, right? There should be antidote for these mental afflictions, right? So let's review on that. What it means Dharma, and then I'm going to read. What Kadamba Master said, like a Domtempa, who's a main disciple, principal disciple of Atisha, right? Who's a Tibetan scholar and practitioner. Once Potwa asked spiritual mentor Domtempa. The Potwa is disciple of Domtempa. Domtempa is disciple of Atisha. Okay? So he said, once Potwa asked the spiritual mentor Domtempa, the line between Dharma and non-Dharma. I talked it a few times, right? Where the line between Dharma and non-Dharma. And then Domtempa replied, it's already against actions. It is Dharma. If not, it is not Dharma. Right? Remedy against, does it say here?
Yes, it is a remedy against.
Remedy. Okay, thank you. Important, right? It is remedy against the afflictions. It is, if not, it is not Dharma. So our understand bodhicitta, our understand emptiness, compassion, it is Dharma or not. I understand emptiness, which is broad subject, which is interesting subject. I understand this, all emptiness. So then make me pride, right? That's not Dharma. Understanding emptiness is not Dharma. But itself is Dharma, isn't it? But the part is we adding here our thought, mixing the emptiness, saying only know these things. None. So therefore, our thought turning into the poisons. So very important, right? When we understand whatever we understand Dharma, emptiness or bodhicitta or so forth, we see it's wrong. I'm keeping as a Dharma, or I'm keeping it as a poison. And think on that. Right? And then, as I'm repeating here, because it's important, it is increasing our mental reflections, are training into the poison. And then be kind of reduce or eliminating our mental reflections. The perfect Dharma way. Then become any activities, become Dharma. Dharma means here another way to say, the seed of nirvana or Buddhahood. Never liberate from suffering, right? Because the medicine and the poison, how we can healing our illness, right? Very important. It is Dharma. If not, it is not Dharma. It's really clear to saying, right? Continuously here. If it is at a okay. What is this?
Variance means a degree of difference.
It's a variance?
Variance.
Okay. So if it is at variance with all worldly people, it is Dharma. If it is in accord with the worldly, it's not Dharma. It's a bit complicated. Right? So, do you mean?
Saying it's at variance with worldly is Dharma.
Different.
But nothing be at worldly concerns, but still maybe be not Dharma? Like,
yeah, another way to say, whatever our Dharma activities, right, it's associated with any worldly concerning. It's Dharma. Unassociated with the worldly concerning, it is not Dharma. Not becoming Dharma, right?
right.
So, therefore, whatever we do practice should be out of a worldly concern. Then it's Dharma. It's an antidote of mental reflection. It's a pure antidote of suffering. Right?
Okay.
So, therefore, the master are, because this is danger, it's only having thing, and then it's close to, it's danger to having it, because our mind, we in a samsaric being, and we grow up here, and automatically our thought, it comes focus on our own repetitions and so forth, right? We're thinking our own repetitions, the concern is there. Dharma practice, right? When you prostration, and you think, okay, so doing perfect prostration or not, even what people will say, you concerning worldly now.
Right.
But you do not think that if I'm not doing properly, what people will say, right? If I do not do properly, then we're missing the accumulating. How can accumulating merit? How can apply on the antidote, apply to practice? That's our concern. So what I'm saying is, if I don't do properly, what people think that? When we teach to others, so maybe we should be like some kind of serious. If you do that, what people might think. So this all world concern, this automatically we have it. So there's danger. Our Dharma practice is going to mix with the worldly concern, eight concern. This is never Dharma. It's no Dharma. Right?
But an example, what if, let's say someone has a wrong view, but in their mind, they're saying not for worldly concerns, they right motivation but wrong wisdom. And since they're not concerned with worldly concerns, also are not reduced afflictions.
they have a worldly concern, right?
Right.
And then,
But
can
it's wrong too, that-
make it short, like a short form?
So, say someone does not believe in purpose, and so that's their wrong view. But then they're practicing. So without concern for worldly concerns, they don't care about gain and loss, praise and fame, and so forth. But reducing their afflictions because their view is wrong. So
Yeah.
Dharma, but it's not worldly.
This is not Dharma, yeah, because we were wrong. This is not Dharma.
Right.
So
but
what?
It's not worldly concern either.
Yeah. That's
But thinking about the statement that if it's not worldly concern, then it is Dharma. But in that example, it's not worldly concern, but it's not Dharma.
It's not saying directly that. Our Dharma practice is with the worldly concerning, that not becoming Dharma. If Dharma practice not associated with the worldly concerning, that becoming Dharma. I'm saying that. I'm talking that we pull rock there, we dig the mud, then no worldly concern, it is Dharma or not. We're not talking that, right?
Just trying to think, is there an example where maybe that's not completely...
And here also possible here. If we are not really focused on the worldly concerning, then our act will be most beyond worldly activities. We'll be becoming more worldly activities. What worldly activities, right? So here, on taking care of family, and then finding food, making financial, make more money, and then fight the enemy, protecting them from enemy, and what? Reputation,
Right.
smiling to each other, right? So this is worldly concerning, right? So then this Dharma practitioner may not really care in front of you the famous or not famous people. For them equal. So when famous people come, we will. Famous people come, let's serve. Right? And famous people come, more smile. With 32 teeth. And then not famous people, need to smile. This is concern. Our practitioner will not do that. It is beyond worldly activities. Hello. Hello.
그래서 그런 날이 빌라 피피 미치 따와 와키로와 추게 매워 제 따와 키니 아니 쿠란 사발다 쿠란 때 쿠라치 따다 치유 삼브라지나 디고레 디고 말을
This is last time, yeah, the Kamala repeating that your thought, that people are not worldly concerned, but they are wrong. Their view is wrong. It is down not, but it is not. Right. So,
Right.
Yeah. So therefore, I explain here. It says here, if at variance with all people, it is Dharma, variance, right? So, behavior will be not, the say, I need a like a lot of good reputation. I will act. Like or not like, I will always smile. I will try to be nice. I will act that like be nice. Not that, right? But I will act it. These are the worldly concerns. The practitioner, they don't have a two tongue. They don't have a two head. So one there. So they will act what they thought. Inside. Then, for like a comment or not compliment, they don't care. They will follow Dharma. I think I'm actually following Dharma, but I will give you one example. Some of my friends, whenever I talk to them, we're beginning to talk to them, they start to others. Most negative thought, like criticism to others, and this is not good, that is not good, lying to others. When they started, at the beginning, I don't know that. One time hearing, and second time, and 10 times, 20 times, I keep hearing this. Then, okay, so how this are? So then I start to listening. They get angry. They're saying, you are my good friend. Right? Saying, you are not my good friend. You're not listening what I'm saying.
Right.
And then I'm not listening because I know that there are no essence. Also, I know that we are out of Dharma practice. Gossip. There are no meaning. They're also saying, okay, I'm not criticizing to others. I'm telling you as a news. You know how these are. That's what is saying. My answer will be, I know how samsaric being act. I know samsaric being mostly thought, thinking. That's what teaching to us. Will be act lying and jealousy, deceit. There will be no prize. This is samsaric being, right? So know it then. So even if you're telling me as like a news, even you're telling me, probably me, just one time is okay. Why are you telling me 10 times? I'm having arguing with them, starting, they feel I'm protecting them. Then I'm not good friend them. So that I will follow Dharma. I will keep follow like this. If you not think, I'm not good, you're a good friend, I'm okay. Because still we're not out of Dharma. Still we're creating negative karma. Right? Whether they anger or not get anger, I'm not listening. I try to stop not creating negative karma. Out of worldly activities, actually. We should have to listen. Worldly activities, oh, you're so nice, I'm so sorry. I have to say, I'm so sorry. That's an excuse. We will never do practice, Today I'm listening, I'm saying you are so nice, you're right. Sometimes lie that you're right, even if not right? Make that happy. It's all worldly activities. Like this is worldly activities. The practice is sometimes it's out of worldly activities. Have they said truth, When we no, not nice. You are cool at that. Right? And then therefore saying the Dharma practitioner, it is a bit out of worldly activities, but for us, we have a skillful way to do it. We need a friend because we are not a strong friend. I cannot stay. Without food, I cannot stay. We are not that strong. We are not like a Milarepa strong. Therefore, we need a skillful, make a friend, and then try to keep Dharma practice continuously. Right? So that's what I'm saying here, okay? And next here, it's a if it is stress is positive, is Dharma. If it is not Dharma. Maybe better, similar, read it more good for now. This all one more time.
Read the whole thing.
Read the whole thing.
Okay? Once Ba asked the spiritual mentor Dromtonpa, where is the line between Dharma and non-Dharma? Dromtonpa replied, it is a remedy against the afflictions. It is Dharma. If not, it is Dharma. It is at variance with all worldly people. It is Dharma. If it is in accord with the worldly, it is not Dharma. If trace is positive, it's Dharma, and if it's not Dharma.
Okay. So therefore, the bottom line is saying our practice should try to do outwardly concerning, outwardly concerning. This will become a more pure and pure. But cannot avoid worldly activity 100%, right? But try as much as we can. Not sit with the outwardly concern. You practice not for that people will be compliment to me. I need more complimentary. Not like this. I will find more food. I will find more money. And then I will find more friend and disciple. Worldly concerning. You Dharma practice, you receive teaching, you teach to Dharma, whatever, you try to outwardly concerning. That's the thing, right? Then it will become a antidote for material afflictions. A remedy against the afflictions. This is the things. And I will read another one here. As I said here, learning is realizing the truth of no self. The discipline is your mind stream. Discipline is to have great altruism. The passion is the constant observation of your mind. As antidote is the recognition that everything is devoid of intrinsic existence. The best being as a variance with the maintained world. Contact is being at variance maintained world. The higher attention is the listening of your meditations. What's it? Listening, right? Listening. Okay. That's it. They see us saying that. The higher attainment. Right? Higher attainment is not said that become a scholar and write a lot of books. It says best higher attainment is listening of your afflictions. One line here. The best sign of higher attainment is a decrease in your attachment. That's what is not Dharma is saying same way. Geshe answered it. This is in book of Kadamba. You don't have a page number here. I cut it. So let me see.
Which one? The short one or the long one?
The both. Yeah, thick one.
The thick one.
Thick one, yeah. The book of Kadamba. Okay. Which is Dromtonpa, right? Dromtonpa replied this again. This is in page number 576. And let me find another one. I'm not to send it, but try to send you email, okay? So here, the best learning is realize the truth of no self. It's on page 560, the book of Kadamba. 560, yeah. It's beautiful. Always saying, saying, teach Dharma should become Dharma. Listen Dharma should become Dharma, right? practice Dharma should become Dharma, not turn into poison. So that it can become Dharma, it's out of worldly concern, it's help you to become Dharma. Set up motivation, it's also help you to become Dharma. Right? So setting up motivation and our worldly concern. Actually, motivation with the bodhicitta is more powerful. And the main things, your activities should practice without a concerning. So that's becoming more Dharma, and that's the powerful this, right? The ultimate line, what should be together, both sides, listening and teaching, that's the need to do. How to be conclude in relation to both hearing and explaining teaching. And not only hearing and explaining teaching, and Dharma activities. Conclusion, motivation, and then outwardly concerning. So make it pure Dharma. Right? Okay. So what's the last line here? Secret, complete the last line.
Wary of excessive verbiage. I've condensed the most important points. Understand them more extensively by using other sources. This includes the explanation of the prerequisites for the instructions.
Okay. We have more there, right? So, but we know this, what Lamnin tried to ask here, important things, right? Everything here, set up division, outwardly concerned, dedicated. This is important. Okay? So, we finish now preliminary things. Now we're going to start actual rely on the teacher, the graduation teaching. I think I will be started next. So so today, we have a few like more time. You can ask any question about Lamrim. Now to today's topic. Hello.
Ma c'è una di nati oro. Ma tu sei chiami tu nati di primi.
Lost. Kamala asking, it's not clear on this. It's like because the printer is not good, right? So I don't have a here with me. It's in the computer. That I will send you again. And then, but I don't know how much we will use it. Enough. The master is saying use the Heart Sutra mantra or Heart Sutra itself. This is substitute of this reciting this mantra. And I forget to tell you, when you teach, part of setting up motivation, right? When you sit down in throne, remain impermanent. Okay, I cannot say in English. Come on, can you say English?
Star, visual elaboration. No, what is it? A lamp.
Karma. Star,
visual elaboration.
The engine.
So that's star, a visual elaboration.
Illusion.
Next.
Yeah, actually, maybe I will send the line. So that this is from Sutra. This gives a lot of example of bodhiness and impermanent. Yeah. Okay. So the master reciting this line and then do like this. This is our life is that much, our activities get much. Why should I have a pride? thousands and thousands of disciples, but as much. Impermanent, just that much. So before you sit down in whatever, like a cushion throne, high throne, so before you sit, remember yourselves impermanent, and everything's impermanent, right? It's you to get not pride. You see like 100 disciples in front of you. You remaining same humble, gentle, right? As 10 disciples not happy, then 100 disciples more pride. Then, that's becoming because not setting up the motivation. So start that line and then do like a snap, like short snap like this, and then remind yourself to permanent. That's permanent. What I'm teaching is impermanent. Seeing this all disciples is impermanent. All decreasing and impermanent, but we use it for meaningful, right? We should like bring them a lot of benefit. So, and then sit down, salvation with the Buddhicitta. Then everything is set. Okay. I don't know. I found it. The lines. Ite karma rabri mameda kuma sipa chuburda milam loda chindabur tejeshanam tedata. So English, giving examples of the star, a dew, a parallel, and then a drop of dew, or a flash of lighting, a cloud. See, right? Causes.
All conditions.
No.
Causes phenomena.
Okay. See causative phenomena as such. That.
Yeah.
Where you found it? FMT retreat prayer book. Okay, Shakyamuni Buddha. Yeah, this is Shakyamuni Buddha quote.
The teachings for FCMT.
Oh, okay. And then I think you Google it, then you can find it. Yeah, this line.
Yeah, I have that teaching. If somebody wants me to send it to them.
Oh, well, then send it for everyone.
Okay.
One thing important, I forget it. And also here, one thing I forget it here. Usually how we express, say, rather than saying, Tota Shishindoa, Omdo Mimondoa. What is means? Tota means sign of hearing Dharma, sign of study. Tota, right? Shua means peaceful. Or humble. Right? Shua means your behaviors more calm and peaceful. Do means reduce the mind that mental afflictions, right? So study it. How Dharma? That I know a lot of Dharma. Sign would be you become more calm and gentle, humble. This is the you hearing Dharma. So whereas you hear a lot of Dharma, but not calm and peaceful and not that gentle. You do not study it. You don't know them. You Dharma, right? Know Dharma. And better say not just study, right? Knowing Dharma. What is the sign of knowing Dharma? Is becoming you have a more reduce your negative thought, be gentle and humble. These are sign of knowing Dharma. Is we know Dharma, right? When if you have a lot of information about Dharma, we are not realize that you are knowing Dharma. I make separate these two, make distinction. Dharma and having information of Dharma. Or have a lot of information Dharma, they have every answer for every question. But a lot of pride and then a lot of negative thought, they know Dharma. Only have a lot of information about Dharma. Right? So that's the saying. Knowing Dharma should be signed like that. And meditating. What is the sign of meditating? They say. The sign of meditating is using your mental afflictions day by day. The sign of meditating. Therefore, you study more, meditate, for your thoughts remaining same level, then resting, right? You see more meditate, then you should change it. So I'm repeating one more. So one of knowing Dharma is be humble and being gentle, calm. And one of meditating is reducing mental afflictions. If not, then not meditating. If not, you don't Dharma. Yeah, that's I forget to tell you. So left over then. Okay, this. Okay. So in here, doing so many good things, right? Meaning here. Well, the first thing we are doing same way, okay? At the advance. I admire these things. Just saying, as I engage practice, less how much I admire. So that admiring keeps me in good practice, right? Keep forward, that's good. So I really admire what they say did. But the in practice is difficult, but still possible, right? To become easy. Therefore, try that. Who I'm talking here, within practice, maybe you are better, I don't know. Right? You got better than me, I don't know. But, at least we try together, move forward. Okay. Hello.
Thank you. Well, as I say, I think you're definitely better, but that's my opinion. When we were reading from the conversation with Kudung Ngok and Rumtumpa, and there was one, I was looking in the book of Kadam, and there was another line that caught my eye. This maybe has to do with what you were just explaining.
Mm-hmm.
The best morality is a tranquil mind. So he's saying there that to know, if you know the Dharma and you to know it by meaning of Dharma, actually trying to live according to Dharma, then you will have a tranquil mind?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay. Thank you. That caught my eye as an interesting line.
Yeah. That's the best thing there, right?
Yeah.
So, I like to emphasize here the high attainment. What is the best high attainment?
Yeah. To read
it says lesson of your mental afflictions.
Yeah.
As a sign of high attainment, deep attachment. So attainment, use the tantric practice and tantra because it's a attainment, a lot of good attainment there, and then sutta, but never try to reduce mental ablations, nothing attainment. Nothing attainment there. Adisha says, what is the best attainment here? Not says that, oh, you do like a lot of initiation and dance practice, check up the higher things. Not say that.
Mm-hmm.
Just reduce that things. So that is the attainment. City. What is city? Yeah. That's from Buddha.
So, I have the introduction to Buddhism teaching coming up Saturday. So I'm thinking about this a lot. And it's not a problem for me to think relation, but still, even knowing, having pride and wanting very sincerely to help others, even still, I know in my mind that's a benefit for me in doing that.
Yeah.
So it's impossible for me to say I'm not aware of that. Of course, I know that this is good karma, this is accumulating merit. Is that awareness of that, is that bad? Does that somehow make motion less pure?
But you should add, what you do, this all merit and benefit, like virtue things.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing for this? Right? So,
Doing for it? I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
when you teach, you will get many benefits. One, you can also learn for preparing. Other benefit, you accumulate merit, right?
Right.
So we have to think, not only think that I'm accumulating, like I accumulated a lot of merit, not only think that. I'm accumulating merit, it's really good. Can become a Buddhahood quicker. Just that achieving Buddhahood for sake of all beings, therefore accumulating merit. Therefore I get benefit. Therefore, this that's motivation. But what God is not the bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Skillful. It says skillful. It's also when we talk to audience, we always need to see the audience. How they are. That's all important from teacher side. So always do with like Buddhism. You can talk Buddhism.
Right.
So therefore, we try best to need more skillful, need more wisdom, see what all need is, and then try to bring them exactly. Most are guessing, we know, most are guessing, but we have to be best guess. Based on our whole experience, with the experience. So important. Not that tell everything, teach everything, right?
Right.
So, say my topic is today. My topic is Buddhista. A lot of new audience comes here who don't hear the Buddhista. Then I change the topic. Something else. That teacher side needs to do it. Also important.
Make sure that they gain some benefit always.
Yeah. Okay. So then what are the questions? Yeah. Okay. Ani Angela has a question.
Sometimes I find that when speaking with people, or even leading meditations, that I don't want to use the word you. I rather use the word we or I. Speak from the I.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to your class or whatever, in the past, I always like to remove the I from my language.
Okay.
Not to say I and me, or I even talk about myself third person, Yanshan.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden you switch because you don't want to alienate people. It's like we're together doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to also be careful because you're sitting there talking and then it's I and I'm thinking this and then it's like, uh-oh, just listening to what you're saying. So it's like how to find that right balance.
So you can definitely use I, give them some kind of bad things.
Right.
Right? So I did bad. I did this bad. You shouldn't do it. Use that I. And sometimes that skillful means that. Right? Sometimes use example. When we use example, it is, if you say we, if you say you, it goes to some, criticize to someone, better I. Not to hurt them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's very good thought that let's give say I. But but sometimes when we do not harm to others, and giving example I.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I even find when you have conversations with people, you talking about the general one, how in general one, but more when it really listens carefully, it sounds almost like you're instructing. So it's not such a nice feeling.
Yeah.
So better to speak from the I.
Yeah.
Because you're saying anything about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have our own experience. When we share, it's automatically saying I, right? This is my experience.
Yeah.
So therefore, good or bad, I don't know. Right? So therefore, better say truth. That's my experience.
Okay.
Use I.
Okay.
Yeah. Powerful. And then again, that is true. The word is powerful. The words keep change to us, keep effect to us. But you change inside and make less power of the word. So that's what we need to change, right? So right now the word is very powerful. Some size, immediate anger, the word, just word, right? It's not to me,
No power.
not kill to me, just word. It's still powerful because therefore I will get anger. So if it's inside, that word is nothing. To hit you, that's different, right? Otherwise, just word, it makes you not cause you have some kind of painful because inside, right? That trend slowly make the word power less, and then inner power bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah.
And then every word you use, but yeah, we have to be skillful. Too much saying I in class, and then people will see, oh, how much you have pride.
Right.
That's very true. That's very skillful way. Yeah. Yeah, true. Okay. So, some other questions? Well, who's this?
But is it okay if I ask a question that's not Lamrim or just about Lamrim?
I think we've done Lamrim, right? It's better if we have a question on Lamrim. If not, it's okay. Today, just like you can ask any questions. Okay.
I wanted to, actually, I don't know if this is so much a question, but last week you had asked us to speak with Geshe and to go to the teachings in New York to ask permission, and wanted to share. He told me, because I said that we would ask him if we would need initiations, and he said yes. And he said that all as a group want to receive initiation. So I just wanted to share that, and maybe you might like to talk to us a little bit about what them and what it would involve, and if it's something, how many people in this present class don't have initiations. I do not, and I don't know how many others do not, but if it's something
you told Yamentaka initiation, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I think there are fewer.
Would you tell us a little bit about it, or is it not appropriate?
About initiation or how to take initiation.
A whole thing.
Oh, we need a time.
What is involved?
Yeah,
How should our mind be? When do we know that it's really something we're ready to do? You've also talked to us about the risks, the great risk of Tantra.
mm-hmm. So, I feel right, but it's still the musician who works with us long time, almost 10 years. Initiations. And to master things, get them some kind of seed. Even we broke the Samaya and these things. Make it with the Tantra, right? So who studied long time, 10 years with us, I think can take initiation. And generally, it says who can take initiation, who can do tantric practice. So who these three things: bodhicitta, renunciation, and realize emptiness. Each bodhicitta, achieve renunciation, then do tantric practice. In general, said that in practice. At least I cannot say you don't, but I'm just guessing. At least we do not achieve that renunciation and bodhicitta or not realize the emptiness, but at least we know some idea what is this, and we have admiring bodhicitta and renunciation, admiring strongly, unfallible and admiring. This is enough to receive initiation, I think. The faith, right? We have a faith, unfallible faith for Buddha, renunciation, emptiness. Then with initiation.
Okay, thanks. And maybe another time is people talk about getting together and making a request to receive initiations.
Mm-hmm.
That we can.
And another thing is what is initiations, right? Well, then actually is taking permission to do tantric practice. Initiation, taking permission. Interesting here, when we start the tantric practice, there are a lot of visualizing things there. Kind of like children's play. It's kind of kids playing. That's people losing faith or interesting because they see what the result comes. So if you have the fundamental practice like a bodhicitta, renunciation, and realizing emptiness, it keeps you, okay, Buddha teaches this is beautiful, and then all this visualizing thing based on understanding emptiness. So they know how function phenomena with emptiness. You will not have a problem even you see like a kind of children's play, visualizing things. So yes, this is the one part of danger things. Right?
Thank you.
Isla.
Hello.
이 단답 kunci dua dimensi kondu. Tandak ngadu kabi rumit ya rumit jadi. Nina ya boleh pukul. Nampu syukur kita jadi enggak ada syukur. Udi.
Yeah. So they take together. The action is not that easy to do it, right? A lot of preparation there. And one is difficult to find the Lama. The one is bigger, same time, a lot of benefiting there. Because, many preparation and difficult finding Lama, once you get it, better more people instead of one people. That's the Rinpoche thought.
Right, saying is, get everybody together who's interested and that. So again, maybe when you get back to Connecticut, maybe we should talk more about that.
Okay, definitely, sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Geshe,
You see?
it's Judy. Well, I would love to take the initiation again.
Okay.
Would that be possible when the group gets together?
Yeah.
That'd be wonderful.
Actually, our Rinpoche, Khensu Rinpoche, is not. It's to give initiation. In his always told Rinpoche, you can give initiation, no problem. But still, he always saying, ask for someone or wait. So I'm thinking, Ken Rinpoche is coming back, right? Our abbot, monastery abbot. He's in India, then he coming back on April, something like that. Then same day, we request him to do. We can request him when he will be there. So remember, he will be in Connecticut, first and second weekend. Definitely in second weekend. We all and request him to give us initiation. So when he return next year, we can have initiation before Rinpoche teach the complete stage. Yeah, Hero Yamatara.
Oh, it's not solitary.
Solitary. Yeah.
He's not doing generation, he's doing completion stage.
People request. He might briefly mention about the generation stage. I don't know. We'll see. Angela, you have a question?
I don't have to say.
Then,
I was going to say, one interesting thing too, Geshe was talking about the different, if people are sitting, lying, we don't teach them, or, all these different things. And then sometimes what I find is how am I going to say this? It's better to be like friends with certain people and want to just do puja together. Like they like to do medicine with puja. So love if you ask them to do medicine with puja. They don't want you to be their teacher, but they definitely want information from you. So so it's fine if you're sitting together at the table. And I think about that whole thing about not standing up in an appropriate time. I always feel like, well, if I'm not asked, then but it just seems still but they want it on equal footing. But I mean, with young people.
Some, also it's Buddha said, someone have pride and things. Someone coming to test you, how much you know. Just when people testing you, you don't be back. You just tell more, right? And then they will know. There will be surprise. So that point of that, I think yes, it is okay. Indirectly, you feel that they need to know.
They want to know.
They want
on their terms.
Yeah, but they are
your people.
I know.
People.
They're asking you directly to.
They're not asking you for advice.
Yes, yeah.
But they want to know.
You see benefit. It's a talk.
Okay.
That's said, yeah.
Okay.
You see benefit. That's all. One thing we say. Only yes, we need to teach by request. But see benefit, even for not request, it's also to talk.
So then I just will be like their friend.
Yes. of course, of
Right.
course. That's one skillful method
Right.
to, bring them more like a positive and virtue activity.
It's skillful for you too because it keeps you lower down.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
For me,
mm-hmm.
not you. Me.
Yeah. So
You make it complicated.
there are
For
many
me,
different ways. That's
It's
true.
skillful because then I have to say, hey, wait,
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes,
okay,
yes, I
that's
understand.
good.
Okay. Thank you very much. And Jillian's your house blessed by Lamim, then two here, nuns, Yang Chen, and Annie Chime. Okay. So thank you much. So we're going to end. Sean, can you say it loud, please?
Surrounded by mountains of snow, you are of all solace and joy. All power and rezig tenzin gyatso, pleasing until samsara ends. To of enlightened activities to fortunate disciples, add the textual and inner realization teachings of the Buddha, whom to 10 powers, use light of logic and teachings to intelligent minds. O I pray you, our spiritual guide, reveal the path. But may all beings perfect the accumulations of merit and wisdom, and achieve holy bodies that arise from merit and wisdom. May the supreme bodhicitta rise in those in whom it has not yet arisen, and where it isn't, may it not decrease, but ever increase.